Now, the next segment of our forum will surely leave a mark as we open this year's panel discussion with the Leadership Panel.
That's right. This will feature a rapid-fire discussion with 5 local chief executives on leveraging their influence and leadership capacities in traversing LGU challenges while maximizing available opportunities to aid the implementation of the project and achieving their local level targets.
We will then ask the members of our NGA reactors to share their insights and notes after the discussions.
Naku po, wag na nating patagalin pa ito. Ready na ba kayong lahat? Are you ready? And let us now call our first set of panelists. This is the Leadership Panel.
Starting from the Municipality of Macalelon, Quezon Province, Honorable Artemio Maburao.
Also joining us from the Municipality of Caramuan, Province of Catanduanes, Honorable Glenda V. Aguilar.
Also with us for this session from the Municipality of San Roque, Northern Samar, Honorable Maria Ana Abalon.
And returning to the Mayor's Forum stage from the Municipality of Calatrava, Negros Occidental, Honorable Marilyn A. Era.
Completing the panelists from the Municipality of Mutya, Zamboanga del Norte, Honorable Loromir S. Adasa.
Also joining us are our panel of reactors from the Department of Health, Undersecretary Mary Ann Palermo Maestral. And of course, the Undersecretary Glenn Matthew Bagao.
Moderating the Leadership Panel, please welcome the Deputy Project Team Leader for Technical Policy and Standards, Ana Epifania Escobar.
Good morning, everyone. I am really happy to moderate this session because among these 5 mayors who are seeing an average of 9% stunting reduction from 2021 versus 2025. And these are quite performers, the performers actually. And it is good for us to actually listen to them this morning. Thank you very much, Yusek Maestral and Yusek Bagao, for also agreeing to be the reactors for our mayors. By the way, all of them are re-electionists, so that's also what's very interesting about our panelists. You have all of them exhibiting extraordinary stunting reduction throughout the implementation. Our first question for this morning. How did you use your leadership influence in the implementation of the Philippine Multisectoral Nutrition Project in your municipalities? Ang bias ko syempre is to my left. Si Mayor Mumburao could perhaps start, and our panelists are given around 1 minute to give us a brief discussion on how did you use your influence in the implementation. Thank you. Mayor?
Good morning po. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Actually, ma'am, it takes the whole of LGU approach with regards. I talk with my constituent, I talk with our MHO, all my department chief. We even extend to DepEd family. I talk with barangay leaders, everybody, in every forum, and make them understand what we are undergoing through. And so, when you explain thoroughly how we manifest our desire to be eligible enough and to have capacity to propel this program, everybody comes aboard. And that's how we started. Everyone believed that we have this very honorable and huge project that we have to undertake for the future.
So, Mayor, what's so interesting then about you and of course the rest of the panel is that all of you were there from the beginning of the implementation of PMNP. And by the way, everyone, Mayor Mumburao is the mayor of Macalelon, Quezon, who exhibits one of the highest stunting reductions among PMNP municipalities. We're talking about 23.7 reduction in stunting per NNC OPT plus. So it's really, this is what you've done, sir, is really extraordinary, and we're so happy. Ang feedback, by the way, of the Center for Health Development Calabarzon is that one of the great things about Macalelon is that malaki din talaga ang investment ni Mayor pagdating sa talking to the members of the local nutrition committees and maintaining the structure so that tuloy-tuloy ang implementation ng plano. So thank you, sir. For Mayor Glenda, may we hear from you, ma'am?
Sa aking bayan naman po, ang aking unang ginawa, pagbabakasakali na bigyan po ng mga karagdagang honorarium ang aming mga BNS, bigyan po ng promotion ang aming MNOW at mga karagdagan pong staff sa loob ng opisina. Kasi po, mayroon kaming napakataas na number ng malnourished children. Yun po lahat ay isang bakasakali na dumating din po sa pagiging effective. Yan po ang nagawa ko para matuldukan o kahit maibsan man lamang po ang malnutrisyon sa aming bayan.
For Mayor Glenda, the municipality of Caramoran, Catanduanes exhibits a 5% reduction in stunting from 2021 to 2025, which is also big, given that, by the way, the average reduction from 2021 versus 2025 at the national scale is 3.4%. So talagang advanced pa rin ang Caramoran when it comes to this. And it shows that when you invest in people, in your community volunteer workers, in your nutrition scholars, there are effects that are expected, and it shows in the stunting rates. Maupay nga aga, Mayor Abalon, ang San Roque ay ang sa ako mga pinagpraktisan sa estudyante pa sa nursing.
Thank you very much.
So, ma'am, could you share po how you influenced implementation in San Roque, Northern Samar?
But first of all, I'd like to thank the Department of Health and the PMNP organizers. And to answer that question, what leadership did I use to prioritize and sustain the PNP in the face of competing demands is I have mobilized local bureaucracy in the implementation of the PMNP, including legislative counterparts that would into enacting measures that would institutionalize and support the programs. So
thank you, Mayor Abalon. And you're talking about a 12.1% reduction in the municipality of San Roque, which is also extraordinary. And for one of our constants in the Mayor's Forum, Mayor Ira, Mayor Marilyn of Calatrava Negros Occidental, given that you have a reduction of 6.2% in stunting, how did you use your leadership in influencing the implementation? Here, ma'am, you can use my mic.
As a mayor of 40 barangays, 26 upland and 14 coastal barangays, I have consistently advocated that investment in maternal and child health and nutrition are investments in our municipality's future. Despite competing local demands, we prioritize PMNP by integrating its objectives into our development agenda and ensuring allocation and promoting a whole of government approach.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor Marilyn. So now we go to down south in Mindanao for the municipality of Mutya in Zamboanga del Norte. Mayor Lorimir, Mayor Adasa, thank you, by the way, for hosting one of the most recent missions for implementation for PMNP Connect. We would like to know, we would like for you to share how you influenced everyone in your municipality to be accepting of the PMNP strategy and implement it actually.
Before that, good morning, everybody. Ang Mutya is the gateway to Mindanao, northern gateway from the Luzon and the Visayas. So malapit kami sa Dipolog para makilala naman ang Mutya kung nasaan. No? Well, in our municipality, thanks to the support that we had with the MNC, kay Chairman Ninfa Iko, our regional director for DOH, Doc Lenny Johnson Rivera, our focal sa PMNP, si Cristal, no, de la Serna, and all others. Hindi ko na ma-mention. Siguro nandito yung World Bank. No? Nandyan si Beautiful. Si Melissa. Nandun din si yung Mendoza, Director Mendoza. Then all the others. Sa amin, we had priorities. That's why we had priorities and influence the multi-sectoral services we had in education, in agriculture, in social services, and most importantly, health. Now, we have programs. Program number 1 is for the free distribution of Nutripacks, nutrients, for the first 1,000 days of the child, especially to the IPs. We have a substantial population of IPs, about 40%, because we are located in Jeddah, 40%. Yes. That's why the poverty incidence is also about that much. So, we are at the foot of Mount Malindang Range, comprising the provinces of Zamboanga Norte, Zamboanga Sur, and Misamis Occidental. So that answers our programs. No? For program number 2, we are also distributing free seedlings of hope, acronym of hope, no, for seedlings, germinating seeds into seedlings so that it will be planted immediately, not just be germinated with seeds. So the mortality is quite low. And above all, program number 3.
Okay, let's do program number 3.
1 minute?
Yeah.
And then
Sige po.
we have a program for water for all. From World Bank again, PRDP, Department of Agriculture. That is water for all. Thank you.
So provision of a lot of interventions went into food security and also WASH to support nutrition services. And for our other mayors, there was investment in the bureaucracy and making sure that we keep things running and our plans are always followed when it comes to the reduction of stunting. My next set of questions is for Mayor Abalon and also Mayor Aguilar. We would like to know about critical leadership decision during your experience that where nakita ninyo na nag-advance talaga ang implementation ng multi-sectoral nature ng nutrition sa inyong munisipyo. Ano yung nag-influence para magkaroon kayo ng ganong desisyon to move forward implementation? And were there detractors? Were there bottlenecks that you had to address in the pursuit of that strategy? I think we'll start naman with Mayor Abalon, and then we'll follow through with Mayor Glenda.
The critical decisions that I have made are the following. I have invested in youth development, community empowerment, and sustainable local economic programs. And I believe investing in people will have an lasting impact on our communities. And as far as, what's the second one?
It's bottlenecks, detractors that actually prevented you from pursuing yung strategy na iyon.
Well, I have consultations with various sectors, the farmers, the fisher folks, the private sectors, our development partners, the youth, of course, because I believe their insights will strengthen livelihood and other programs as well that will help in our PMNP implementation. And the resistance is, of course, the political implication in shifting priorities. Second, others, our stakeholders question the reallocation of budget, and I think that's about it. So,
Okay,
thank you.
so you made sure to talk to everyone in making sure that your plan pushes through in terms of your nutrition advocacy, in implementing your nutrition advocacy. What about Mayor Glenda?
Hello po. Si Mayor Glenda, sasagutin ko po ito via Tagalog po ha, para I think
Sige, ma'am,
mas
managalog
hindi
po
po
tayo.
ako mahihirapan. Ang critical decision po na ginawa ko sa pagiging leader ng Karamoran, Catanduanes, ay yung pagbabakasakali, walang kasiguruhan. Nung mag-realign po ako ng pondo at gawing top priority ang multi-sectoral nating programa, alam ko po, wala po yung kasiguruhan. Kagaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, para po, yung bakasakali ko, dinagdagan ko po ng honorarium ang aming mga BHW, nagbigay po ng maraming staff sa MNOW and then yung promotion. And at the same time po, gumawa kami ng mga ordinansa kagaya na lamang ng hindi po pwedeng palitan ang aming mga BNS kahit po magkaroon ng palitan sa barangay ng administrasyon. Kaya, yun pong ginawa kong desisyon, alam ko po, may mga masasagasaan akong mumunti o importanteng programa ng LGU na kung saan sila po ay mga awardee na. Pero dahil po sa tunay na malasakit at pagmamahal ko sa mga batang biktima ng malnutrisyon sa aming bayan, kinailangan ko po talaga na gumamit ng karagdagang pondo para maibsan po ang problema namin. Ang katanungan po kanina, ano ba yung mga nadaanan kong mga challenges, mga problems? Siyempre po, yung mga opisina na nasagasaan ko po ng pondo, hindi ako binabati, hindi nag-good morning. Sa sayawan, hindi
Ang daming
po
nakaka-relate,
ako,
ma'am. Ang daming nakaka-relate.
Sa sayawan, maraming nakaka-relate, hindi po ako inaayang sumayaw. And yung mga buzzers ko naman po sa politika, di ba po, wala po akong kasiguruhan kung magiging effective ang aming implementation. As in, sumasama po ako during feeding program, bumababa po ako sa barangay. Habang ginagawa po ang mga orientation sa aming mga nanay, sabi po ng mga kalaban ko sa politika, ano ba yan si Mayor Glenda? Hindi pa naman eleksyon, nandyan na. Ano ba yan si Mayor Glenda? Ginagawang pahamot, pabango ang pondo ng gobyerno. Pati po sa Facebook, lumalabas. Bakit nandun si Mayor Glenda? Lahat po yan, nadaanan ko, kasama yung mga pag-aaway ng mga asawa ng aming mga BNS. Kasi po, walang Sabado, walang Linggo, pagkailangan namin ang tulong ng mga BNS na wala pong patid, walang reklamo sa lahat ng oras. kasama po sila, inaaway na po si Mayor ng mga asawa nila. Yun po ang mga struggle na nadaanan ko. And ang last na tanong ni Ma'am, paano ko pa po ito nalampasan? Una po, bulag, pipi at bingi. Yun po ang ginawa ko. Ako po may kapansanan, physically impaired po ako, kaya binibiro ko po minsan ang sarili ko, pilay na nga po ako, pero during implementation, kailangan ko pa pong maging bulag, pipi at bingi para yung mga buzzers ko, yung mga galit, yung mga hindi ako inaaya sa sayawan, ay parang okay lang. Ano po, kaya dapat po pag nag-i-implement tayo ng ating programa, tibay, lakas ng loob po, para makayanan po natin at ma-implement natin ng maayos ang programa, dala-dala po natin ang tunay na hangarin ng program ng walang batang maiiwan. Thank
So
you.
Mayor Glenda, mukhang yung lagi kang present, no? At saka tutok lang. Magrereklamo naman ang mga detractors natin kung papasok ba tayo, magrereklamo sila. Kung hindi ka naman papasok, magrereklamo din. Ano na lang gagawin natin, no, Mayor Glenda? But, ang maganda po dito is that ang kanyang influence, pareho kay Mayor Abalon, is that hindi lang sa kanya, hindi lang sa mga legislators, sa implementers, pati yung mga asawa ng mga BNS sinahabol. Because kailangang maintindihan mula sa iyong mga colleagues pagdating sa asawa ng mga implementers kung gaano kahalaga ang pagbabantay ng ating mga household. So, thank you very much po. Ngayon, para po sa ating mga mayors, Mayor Lorimer, si Mayor Ira po, and also Mayor Mamburao. Pumunta po tayo sa ating stakeholders. Mukhang doon po sa ating mga naunang examples, talagang kailangan malakas ang hatak natin pagdating sa stakeholders. Kung mag-i-implement tayo kung mag-mobilize tayo ng barangay, ng ating frontline health workers, pati ng ating, of course, external partners para masuportahan ang multisectoral implementation. Paano po ninyo na-leverage ang inyong posisyon para hatakin sila at tulungan kayo para isa lang yung vision na makita natin? Ano po yung strategy na ginawa ninyo para ma-align silang lahat? At paano na-maintain ang commitment at momentum? Mukhang handa na po si Mayor Marilyn. Sige po, mauna po muna si Mayor Marilyn. Ladies first. Okay po? Sige po.
Okay. Sa akin po, yung nakatulong talaga sa amin, yung Supreme Court decision noon, ang Mandanas and Garcia ruling, na ibigay yung 25% na withheld na taxes sa national government, ibigay sa LGU. Kasi naging malaking tulong yun sa amin. Yung IRA noon, ngayon NTA, nagdoble yung aming NTA. So, pagdating ng PMNP, kailangan sila ng counterpart na 3 million because they will be giving us 20 million. So, hindi kami nahirapan kasi may pera na ang bayan. At tapos, yung mga BHWs namin na 426, binigyan namin ng incentives para ma-inspire silang gumawa sa kanilang mga trabaho. At alam na nila kung ano na ang gagawin nila sa mga households na sakop nila. Tapos sa amin walang problema. Hindi masyadong maraming buzzers kasi yung team namin, 40 barangays sa amin lahat. So, we are supported by most of the people. I don't mind buzzers. Yes.
So, wala
Thank you
para
po.
sa inyong bashers. Of course,
Meron.
Ayan si
Meron,
Mayor
pero I
Marilyn.
don't mind them.
Wala siyang bashers. Kinakaibigan natin ang mga
Yes,
bashers.
kinaibigan ang lahat para walang problema.
Thank you po, Mayor Marilyn. So, para naman po sa Para naman po kay Mayor Lorimir, isunod po natin kayo, sir. Same question, paano po natin nahatak ang ating mga stakeholders at para po ma-share nila yung vision ninyo pagdating sa pagpapababa ng malnutrition sa inyong munisipyo?
Okay. First, we mobilize. Yun ang keyword doon, mobilize people. Of course, yung mga frontline health workers natin, BNS, BHW, even now, iba pa. So, how do we mobilize? First, we plan. Bottoms-up planning. And by planning, we included that in our comprehensive development plan of the municipality. Then, we collaborate with partners, with sponsors, developmental sponsors, like, for example, the private sector. We have the BDO. We have a BDO rural health unit. That's what we call mega health center, not only a super health center, because we have an RHU and we have another BDO-funded RHU, side by side with our existing RHU. But we are still asking DOH, no, through USEC and through RD, Lini, for a super health center. Because
po,
we
sir,
are not
ang
yet
ganda
a
ng
primary health
pagkakataon.
care. So that's our aim. And by involving the other developmental sectors and sources of funds, we sourced out LCAC funds. Now, we have an ongoing 11 barangays for construction of 11 BHS, barangay health stations, at 2.5 million each. So that's infra. So we begin from infra for the chicken and egg concept. No? We begin with infra and then later on provide that with manpower. So that's it. Our aim. We coordinate with frontline workers, then after the planning, the comprehensive planning. So we do not forget the frontline health workers.
So sir, kasi Mayor Lorimir, karamihan po sa atin dito ay talagang nag-invest po ng oras at panahon sa pagde-develop ng mga municipal nutrition action plans. Pero sa inyo po, ang gusto ninyong makitang investment ay talagang nasa CDP, yung ating Comprehensive Development Plan, para talagang mapupondohan siya at may implement, lalong-lalo na ang laki ng mga investment ninyo for infrastructure supported by your mobilized frontline health workers. Para po sa kay Mayor Mayor Artemio, paano nyo naman po na-leverage ang inyong posisyon para po mahatak ang mga partners para sa inyong vision for a multi-sectoral implementation for nutrition? And paano natin kaya ito, paano ninyo na-envision na masustain ito?
Good morning, Polly. Actually, ma'am, I think there is no sophistication of strategy. It just na, katulad po ng bananggit ko kanina, I talk with my constituent, I deliver the message na kailangan natin ito, we are investing for the future generation. First and foremost, foundational itong initiative na ito. At sa lahat ng pagkakataon, wala akong ibang makitang dahilan kung hindi kinakailangan i-adapt natin ito. Otherwise, aasahan natin yan. Yung future generation ay mababa ang kalidad, ill-equipped para harapin yung hamon pagdating ng panahon. And everyone understand that message. So everyone comes aboard, and when everyone understand the truthfulness of your active program, everything does their assignment. At yun, dumadaloy ng maayos yung programa. Ngayon, may mga challenges. How could we convert diverse opinion into one? So, anong ako po ay umupo bilang punong bayan, 30 barangays ang bumubuo ng munisipalidad ng Macalelon. Sabi nila may 15 galing sa kabila, may 15 para sa amin. Pero hindi ko iniisip yan. Ang challenge ko sa kanila ay naunawaan ba ng bawat isa at bawat isa ba ay agree kung sabihin ko kailangan natin ito sa panahong ito. So disregard ang anumang political preferences or issue at sa halip, getting into one, kinakailangan talaga tumindig tayo para mag-stand out itong program na ito. So naunawaan ng bawat isa. At lahat ng yan, lahat ng nangyayari ngayong development sa aming bayan ay base po doon sa bunga ng pangmahabaang plano na ginawa namin. Kung ang ngayong ginagawa namin, actively, last year pa, yung for the next 3 years, dahil 3 taon ang termino ng Bawat Punong Bayan, na-envision na po namin yan at nailagay naman namin yan, katulad ng sinabi ni Sir, ni Mayor, bahagi yan ng aming CDP, Comprehensive Development Program. At doon sa bahaging yon, alam namin kung alin yung priority na dapat naming bigyan ng kaukulang investment base ron sa kakayahan ng financial local sa LGU. So doon po sa ganon, nakikita namin na one at a time, nagko-convert yan dun sa actual na resulta ng gusto naming mangyari. So, it takes good planning at pagkatapos sa execution at pagkatapos tingnan mo kung saan merong weak link dun sa along the program, along the course na tinatakbo ng iyong programa. But once na-confirm mo na maganda yung nangyayaring resulta, pwede ka pang mag-pump ng anumang resources mo para sa ganun masigit na ma-strengthen mo yung direction. At yun po yung ginagawa ko sa aming lokal na pamahalaan. So bawat isa dyan talaga, nagsimula yan sa pagkakaunawa na this program is but noble. Walang ibang kailangang maging resulta ito kung hindi yung success na hinihingi natin. And given na nakasuporta ang national government, mind you, meron pa tayong sa World Bank pagdating doon sa mga kinakailangang asset. Pero hindi kinakailangang may maaksaya sa anumang bahagi ng ginagawang proyekto. So I make sure na bawat bagay pong yan ay it comes into peace at pagkatapos napapakinabangan ng LGU. So yan ay cost efficient pagdating po sa kalagayan ng aming munisipalidad.
Maraming salamat po, Mayor Art. Lahat po tayo sa ating panel ay re-electionists. Meaning, lahat po tayo ay sinuwerte para i-sustain yung implementation ng PMNP sa naging unang sa unang beses na na-encounter natin ng PMNP hanggang 2025. Kung tayo man po ay malasin na hindi na po makapagsilbi bilang mayor sa ating mga lalawigan, paano naman po sa tingin ninyo masisiguro na masusustain po itong interventions na ito pagdating ng panahon na hindi na po tayo ang namumuno sa ating mga lalawigan? So ganito po, may 2 minutes po tayo bawat isa. Magsimula naman po tayo kay Mayor Lorimir and then, sorry Mayor Art, magsasara tayo sa inyo, magtatapos tayo sa inyo bago po tayo mag-last question.
Thank you. Ang keyword doon is sustainable and protected. So, by sustainable, parang yung sa HPG natin at saka sa SBC, may social behavioral change.
Very specific si Mayor. Shout out pala dun sa mga SBC specialists natin saka sa mga HEPO na nandito.
Ang bottom line nun is effective leadership. Mayroong change. No? Ano ang change? Siyempre, dedication to serve. Meron tayong values formation, meron pang mga, ano-ano pang mga formation dyan. Commitment. Commitment ang importante. Then, you should engage the community. Community engagement. Plan with people and then execute with people. Then third is, it should be resilient. Meaning, may mga changes in political structure, mayroong legacy. Yung legacy natin, yung anti-dynasty sana. Kaya nga siguro may dynasty, kasi gusto natin family member ang mag-succeed. Kung hindi family member, mag-iba, mag-change yung mga priorities. So that's it. In short, yung effective leadership. At saka pang-apat, panghuli, we carry on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals UN template. Meron dyan taga-UNICEF, si Jerry, yung kaibigan ko, Jerry Jose. So that's it. Our battle cry is to implement a legacy all throughout. Thank you.
Shout out UNICEF, shout out din UNDP. I know you're here around here somewhere. Okay, Mayor Marilyn, para naman po sa inyo, paano natin masisigurado na tuloy-tuloy lang ito kung hindi man tayo makatuloy sa ating mismong pagiging mayor?
Okay. Ako po, last termer na. So, mag-end na yung term ko by June 30 of 2028. Now, if we speak about sustainability, naging ordinance na po yung kailangan ang bawat barangay ay may BPAN sa kanilang annual budget allocation. Yes, kasi kung wala silang BPAN allocation, hindi sila makapag-implement ng nutrition program. Like the municipality has its own nutrition program every year. In fact, the health, because nutrition is part of the health program in our municipality takes the biggest slice of the cake in annual budget. It takes almost 1/3 of the budget of the whole municipality. So, for me, if my ascendants or those who will replace me in times wherein my term ends, so kung nakakita nila na mabuti yung ginagawa ko, ang mga programa ko well implemented, siguro naman alam ng mga tao na ang mga programang na ibigay natin para sa nutrition at sa health, especially for mothers and children, siguro susundin nila yun. Susundin nila yun kasi nakita nila ang impact ng resulta ng mga programa. Okay,
So,
thank you.
Thank you po, Mayor Marilyn. So far, meron tayong values formation, social and behavior change, and also investing talaga sa ating mga barangay para magsimula sa kanila ang pagpaplano para maging mas sustainable ang ating interventions. Mayor Ana, para naman po sa atin sa San Roque, ano naman po ang ating...
I have focused on institutionalizing programs rather than having it dependent on a single leader or administration. And I have strengthened partnership with our CSOs and other sectors in the planning process and prioritizing what is important. And these priorities are embedded in our local development plan, investment programs, and annual budgets. And we maintain an open communication. When stakeholders see tangible results and feel a sense of ownership, multi-sectoral initiative becomes stronger, more resilient, and is capable of enduring beyond political cycles and unforeseen challenges. So I think that's my answer for your
Thank you,
question.
Mayor Ana. Mayor Glenda, sa atin naman po.
Si Mayor Glenda po kasi, last term ko na din po ngayong 2028. But then, advice sa mga first termer, second termer, wag pong mangangarap na hindi na mananalo sa 2028. Sa akin naman po, bilang pababa ng alkalde, I will see to it na ma-institutionalize na po ang mga programa na para po talaga sa mga ikauunlad na mga batang nasa karamuran dahil naniniwala po ako na ang mga batang ito pag nasa magandang kalusugan ay makakapag-aral ng maigi, ng mabuti at mabibigyan ng magandang opportunity para na rin po sa kauunlad ng kanilang mga sarili. Ang magandang practices po na i-advise ko na rin, sana po wag po tayong panghihinaan ng loob na sumubok. Subukan ang kahit hindi po tayo sigurado, basta during implementation, nandun po kayo para man lamang masustain natin na yung ating subok, yung ating pagpasok sa hindi siguradong bagay ay mababantayan po natin. Dahil kaparehas nyo po, parehas tayo po, lalo na yung mga kababaihan na nandito, tayo po ang mga huwana ng ating bayan. Sabi nga, we are the women of today. Kung kaya nila, kaya natin, sobra sa kaya.
Mayor Glenda, salamat po. So Mayor Art, sa atin naman po, sustainability para naman po sa Makalelon.
Ang totoo man, to be honest, walang makakapagsabi kung yung ginagawa ngayon ng administrasyon ay i-emulate o patuloy na isusustain ng susunod na admin. Kasi alam natin yan, depende yan sa kung paano tinitingnan ng bawat executive yung list of priority among programs na nais niyang itaguyod. When time comes, given for the next 3 years, alam ko mag-sustain yung programa. Ngayon, pagdating ng panahon, magkakaroon ng mga challenges siguro, pero one thing is sure, sa kalagayan ngayon, sinisikap kong ma-institutionalize yung status ng program. Lahat ng mga bagay na kinakailangang suporta ng BHW, lahat ng aming BNS, lahat ng aming ginagamit pagdating doon sa program, kung paano ipapacilitate, I make sure na maayos yan. And naniniwala ako, pagdating ng panahon kung sakali ito yung tutugon doon sa katanungan nyo, paano natin yan masusustain yung program, we lead by example. Lahat ng mga in righteous mind, yun na lang ang aking inisip. Everyone that follow in righteous mind, alam niya kung ano yung tama na ginawa ng nauna sa kanya. Kung ano yung best practice na ginawa ng nauna sa kanya. Hindi mahirap isipin kaysa sa mag-conceptualize ka pa ng ibang program, given na alam mo ito na talaga yung sigurado at may rock solid foundation ito, dapat lang magpatuloy. So ang simple lang ang magiging basihan pagdating ng oras. So itataguyod mo ba at ipagpapatuloy yung program na alam mong doing best para sa iyong nasakupan, or isususin mo for other personal purpose. So niniwala ako, nobody in his sane mind ay gagawa ng ganitong pagkataon. Sa halip, katulad ng sinabi ni Mayor, leadership is the key word on this aspect. Pag nakita nila na tama yung ginagawa mong proyekto, lahat yan, agagayahin yan. So far, ang maipagmamalaki ko at magiging bahagi ng aking commitment sa aming pong bayan, simula nung ako ay maupo bilang punong bayan, talaga inalis ko ang anumang political division. Talaga ginawa ko na maunawaan nila at maitindig sa kahit sino, even doon sa remotest part ng bawat sityos ng pitong sityo sa bawat barangay, naunawaan nila kung ano yung programa ng mayor at kahit sino doon, kahit pa in the layman's mind, tanungin mo kung ano yung proyekto ng mayor, alam po yan. So we're very much transparent at pagkatapos nakikita nila yung lahat ng initiative na ginagawa ko ngayon, it all intends into one common direction. Itaas yung ekonomiya ng bayan para sa ganun, mas maging maayos ang kalagayan ng lahat ng nasasakupan. So alam po yan. Lahat sila naniniwala yan. Alam nila yan. Walang anumang pamumulitika si Mayor, pero ang tanong lang ay susunod ka ba sa tama o lalabas ka sa guhit at gagawa ka ng sarili mong agenda. I don't think gagawin ng kahit sino yan. So yun po yun.
Maraming salamat po, Mayor Art. So, mula po sa sagot ng ating mga mayors, social and behavior change, long-term investment, pati po ang sabihin natin na ang pag-i-embody ng gusto nilang pamumuno na makita sa kanilang lalawigan. And of course, swertehan kung kung ang susunod sa kanila ay magiging kapareho din ng kanilang pamumuno. Iibahin ko lang po bago po tayo pumunta sa ating mga undersecretaries. Iibahin ko lang po yung last question ng napakakaunti. In 3 words, sa tatlong words, ano po yung lesson na may impart po ninyo sa ating mga mayors? Meron po tayong, minus po kayong 5, meron po tayong around 194 na mayors na present ngayon. In 3 words, ano po yung masasummarize ninyo para i-impart sa kanilang lesson? Simula tayo kay Mayor Art. Mabilis lang po to. 3 words.
When you set the goal, pagkatapos na makita mo na ito yung set the plan, alam mong maayos itong program na ito, alam mong kailangan ito kasi foundational ito para sa hinaharap. And naunawaan mo, ito ay una, achievable, una, believable, with all the conviction, alam mong tama ka. So there is one thing that is left, deliver the program. Dahil alam mo, kailangan talaga ito. So yun yung, sa akin po, being ako ay, ang gusto ko, may I talk my word actually. Yan ay...
Walk the talk,
You,
sir.
you walk the
Yeah.
talk. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I
It's
walk
fine.
the talk, and I am used to act on very complicated issues. Lahat po yan, nagagawa namin yan. Mabilis lang. Alam nila, mainipin si Mayor. Alam nila, kailangan ni Mayor ng aksyon sa anumang... At kinakailangan, lahat ng problema na makikita natin ay actionable to the measure na mayroong solusyon. Yun po yun.
Parang boss ko lang, mainipin. So, para sa Makalelon, para kay Mayor Art, sa kanya, believe, deliver, inayos ko lang yung order, sir, and then achieve. Para naman po kay Mayor Glenda.
Sa
3
atin-
words, ma'am.
3 words po, tender, love, and care sa mga batang nasa atin pong poder. Yun lamang po. Thank you.
TLC, tender, loving care. Mayor Ana.
It's building the strongest partnership, empowering people, and having positive change.
So, strong partnership, empowering people, and positive change for Mayor Marilyn.
Sa akin po, kailangan ang bawat mayor ay dedicated sa kanilang mga trabaho. Kailangan hardworking ang mga mayors at kailangan mag-sacrifice tayo para sa bayan, para sa mga kabataan natin. So yan ang ginagawa ko kasi yung trabaho ko dinadala ko pa sa bahay kasi hindi pwede na yung workload ko ngayon madadala ko pa bukas. So yung gagawin ko sanang yung mga documents na pipirmahan ko ngayon, dadalhin ko sa bahay para pagkabukas wala na akong problema. So, ganyan ako. So, ganyan dapat tayo na mga mayors, dedicated, hardworking, and you have to sacrifice for your job.
Thank you, Mayor Marilyn. So, Mayor Lorimir, last word po from our panel of mayors, the 3 words.
I-summarize ko yung tanong mo in just one, no? Yung una, yung lesson learned. Ang answer ko doon 3. Sabi mo, kailangan lang 3. Una is yung opportunities. No? Opportunities. Pangalawa, yung alliances. Alliances. Kasi yung pangatlo, yung fund support. Kasi ang lesson namin, lack of funds. Doon namin makita yan sa DOH, sa DILG, sa DBM, sa DOST, sa DO, ang dami, mga national government agencies. On top of that, meron pang World Bank. Diyan, no? World Bank at saka European Union. So, yun lang, yung 3 na yun, na kung saan tayo makahanap ng fund support, doon sa kanila.
Thank you, Mayor. Given that, kailangan nating makuha ang reaction ng ating mga butihing undersecretaries. Mauna po tayo kay Yusek Maestral. Our reaction po sa sharing ng ating 5 mayors.
Okay, good morning. I would like to start by saying na when I left my old job as a pediatrician, nakala ko naiwan ko si first 100 days. Pagdating ko pala ng DOH, 1,000 days pa rin. Anyway, listening to the mayors here, as well as kanina kay Yusek Balboa, it seems that it all comes back to multi-sectoral collaboration. So I was taking down notes, and then I know I cannot capture all the inputs from the mayors here, pero I would like to point out some things. Number 1, we all have to agree na ito nga, multi-sectoral. What is important aside from the Department of Health, aside from the developmental partners, and of course, the golden budget, is the guidance of the local chief executive. Dito talaga nagmumula lahat. From sabi ni Mayor Mamburao kanina, yung how he directs the people on the ground, yung incentives ni Mayor Glenda, and the guidance of all the mayors with regards to the implementation. Of course, I really agree with Mayor Glenda that you have to be there. it is important ang presence of the local chief executive in the implementation of the programs is a very important. Yun nga yung inuulit ko sa mga RDs that are under me. Minsan, nabibingi na siguro, tinatanong ko nasan ba si RD? Because when RD comes to visit the local chief executives, things get done. So I believe that the presence of the mayors sa programs play a big role in the success of the implementation. We cannot discount also the help of the BHWs or the BNWs, BNS. We have to acknowledge that the regular people on the ground mas pinaniniwalaan si friendly BHW and BNS kesa sa atin. So when sila na they go around and tell their neighbors, usually mas mapapaniwalaan sila and they form a big part in the success of the program. Also, I would like also to point out ang isa ring sinabi kanina. I would like to rephrase it lang. Health has no color. Yun nga sabi ni Mayor, 15-15 ang sa 30 niya na barangays, 15 sa kanya, 15 sa kabila. But in the end, as I was always sharing with the other LCEs that I come across, na if we help the other 15, if this becomes a success, you will realize na tama, natulungan mo si other 15 kasi boboto sa iyo yan sa eleksyon. Diba? So, also I would like to agree with Mayor Adasa that social behavioral change, and we should always cement it with a proper legislation to be institutionalized para pag wala na tayo, maaalala niyo mo na, ay, alam mo, ako nag-institutionalize niyan. Ako ang mayor nung pumasa yan. So yun. And I would like to rephrase also yung sinabi ni Mayor Glenda na kung kaya nila, mas kaya natin. Ma'am, mas kaya natin. Kung kaya nila, mas kaya natin. So with that, thank you very much. RD Lenny, may binubulong si Mayor. Asan si RD Lenny? So I think, yung sinabi ni Mayor na yung budget at planning, pinag-uusapan na dito. This is the sign of a very good leader. So good morning.
Strike anywhere po, no, USEC. So, USEC pointed out non-partisan politics, prioritization, and also empowerment ang mahalaga, ang na-pick up natin mula sa ating 5 mayors. USEC Bagao, para sa inyo naman, sir. Oh, of course. Sige, sir.
Yes, thank you to our moderator. And first of all, thank you very much to our distinguished local chief executives for sharing your experiences and leadership journeys. Of course, to Mayor Abalon, Mayor Aguilar, Mayor Mamburao, Mayor Ira, and Mayor Adasa. Listening to the discussion today, I am reminded that development outcomes are ultimately leadership outcomes. Policies must be crafted at the national level. Resources may be allocated through various government programs, and technical guidance may be provided by different agencies. But the success of implementation happens in our cities, municipalities, and barangays. It happens where leaders, especially from local government units, make difficult decisions every day. The stories we heard today are particularly important because they reinforce what the data have consistently shown. Across the country, local governments that demonstrate strong political commitment and multi-sectoral collaboration often achieve better outcomes in health, nutrition, education, and social protection. In public health alone, we know that nearly half of the factors that influence a person's health are determined not by hospitals or clinics, but by conditions in the community, in nutrition, education, sanitation, livelihood, environment, and local governance. The experiences shared by Mayor Abalon and Mayor Aguilar reminds us that local governance is often about making difficult choices. Resources are finite, while community needs continue to grow. What stood out to me is the successful leaders are those who make decisions based not only on immediate demands, but on long-term impact. From the perspective of the Department of Health, we encourage local government units to continue using evidence and local data in setting priorities. Investment in health, nutrition, maternal care, and child development may not always produce instant results, but they generate lasting benefits for communities and future generations. The experiences shared by Mayor Mamburao, Mayor Ira, and Mayor Adasa highlight the importance of mobilizing barangays, frontline workers, civil society organizations, and community partners. Programs become sustainable when they are owned by the community. This is also consistent with what we have learned under the universal health care and other national programs. Meaningful change happens when different sectors work toward a common goal, rather than operating independently. And as we move forward, I encourage all our local leaders to continue investing not only in programs and projects, but also in partnerships and systems that will outlast individual administrations. Buildings can be constructed, equipment can be procured, and funds can be allocated. But lasting progress happens when institutions are strengthened and communities become active partners in development. The experience shared by our panelists today demonstrate that transformative leadership is possible regardless of municipality, size, location, or available resources. What matters most is clarity of purpose, consistency of action, and a genuine commitment to serve. On behalf of the Department of Health, led by our hardworking Secretary Ted Herbosa, I congratulate our panelists and all our local government leaders who continue to champion multi-sectoral development in their respective communities. The lessons shared today provide valuable guidance for the broader goal of building healthier, more resilient, and more empowered Filipino communities towards a bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat at good morning.
Maraming salamat po, Yusek Bagao. So, again, shout out po para sa ating mga 5 very exemplary na mga munisipyo. Mayor Art for the LGU of Macalelan and Quezon, Mayor Glenda of Caramoran, Catanduanes, Mayor Maria Ana Abalon of San Roque, Northern Samar, and Mayor Marilyn Ira of Calatrava, Negros Occidental, and Mayor Lorimir Adasa of Mutya, Zamboanga del Norte. And to our very, very critical Health Service Cluster Undersecretaries, Undersecretary Maestral and Undersecretary Matthew Bagao. Maraming salamat po everyone for listening to this panel, and thank you very much to our mayors and our undersecretaries.
Muli po nating palakpakan ang ating mga panelists, reactors, and our moderator for the leadership panel.